We all love seeing animals along our travels. Personally, we've encountered deer, moose, pronghorn, bison, black bear, grizzly bear, and even saw a cougar once. We love to shoot the animals we see. With a camera, of course. But with great sightings come great responsibilities. Dealing with these majestic creatures of nature requires some safety measures, both for you and for the animals. In this video, we'll share some stories of animal encounters and some safety tips for when you see them on your travels.
It should be obvious, but we still see people leaving food outside their campers. Don't leave garbage outside where the smells can attract animals. Put trash in the trunk of your vehicle, inside your RV, or in trash receptacles at the campground. Even during the daytime, critters are attracted to the smells and can smell food from farther away than we can. There's nothing scarier than finding a bear at your picnic table, eating your food while you cower in your tent, trapped. Don't leave the coolers outside. Put them in your vehicle as well. Some campsites offer animal-proof boxes for food storage as well, although these are not the norm in most campsites. My mother left a cooler with chocolate milk and cans of Dr. Pepper outside once, and in the morning the cans of pop were torn open and there was chocolate milk and Dr. Pepper all over the place. The raccoons enjoyed quite the party that night.
Bears are strong. People have had bears drag entire coolers off into the woods with them, or ripped off locked lids to access food. Once, when we were in our pop-up camper at our family cottage, we awoke in the night to sounds of grunting and huffing and puffing and smashing. The heavy steel box where we stored garbage before bringing it to the dump was like a child's plaything for the black bear, who tipped it over and tried to find a way to remove the garbage bag from it. It was pitch black outside and we couldn't see the bear, but we could hear it, and we knew from where the steel box was that was only about 15 meters from where we were. When we heard the bear retreating, Mike made a mad run to the cottage so that he could turn on an outdoor light. But the funny thing was, that night and that night only, my mom decided to lock the door and Mike had to run back to the pop-up camper, and we just hoped that the bear was gone for good. I'll tell you, it took us a while before either of us could fall asleep again.
Canvas is easily torn by a bear. Store food in your cooler, in the car, or in a bear-proof receptacle, not in your tent or pop-up camper to avoid unwanted visitors. Whether intentional or unintentional, feeding the animals is bad for you, and it's also bad for the animals. It seems cute when a deer is coaxed to eat from your hand, but we've seen firsthand how that can remove their fear of humans. We were on a hike one day as a couple of large deer began to follow us down the trail, and they came right up to us, nudging our elbows looking for food. Seems innocent and fun enough, but imagine a family with small children who might be frightened by the big creatures and scream and hit at them. Deer and other seemingly docile animals can turn violent suddenly if threatened and injure or kill someone in what they believe is self-defense. When animals become unafraid of people, park rangers usually have to kill them to avoid having an unfortunate violent incident in the future. Feeding animals is often signing their death warrant.
Stay far away from animals. They look so cute and friendly, but they are wild creatures and they can turn on you in an instant and are built for the wild with strong, sharp teeth and claws. When we were in Yellowstone, the bison roamed everywhere. Of course, everyone wanted to get some great photos, but we saw people walking within 5 to 10 feet of them. We often saw the bison's tails being raised and some huffing, which are clear signs of agitation. Luckily, we didn't see any incidents, but a few weeks after we were there, we heard of a tourist being injured badly by an angry bison. Bison, bear, deer, moose can run much faster than we can, and if irritated or feeling threatened, can go from cute to scary in a heartbeat. Take pictures from your car at a distance.
Be cautious with scented items too. Shampoos, lotions, candles. The scents that these are infused with can be very appealing to an animal who thinks it might be a source of food. Once again, store it in your vehicle. If you don't have a vehicle with you, maybe you're interior camping or someone dropped you off at the campground and left with the car, just hang your food and scented items from a branch or between 2 trees, at least 12 feet off the ground and 6 feet from the nearest tree. And use bear-proof storage containers. This is not only to protect from bears, but also smaller critters. It is not fun to wake up and find all your food gone, and worse, if that animal is still there eating it.
Although we think of large animals as the problem, it's usually the little ones that are the most insidious. We've done some interior canoe camping trips without seeing a bear, but within minutes of setting our backpacks on the ground, have had chipmunks and mice chew holes in the sides of our bags to access the food they smell inside.
While going for a hike, many people wear bear bells that jingle as they walk, so a nearby animal will hear it from a distance and hopefully move away instead of being startled as you round a corner and come face to face with him. We often like to sing as we're hiking, or call out things like, "Hey bear," just to keep them aware that we are in the area. It can also be a good idea to carry bear spray when hiking and know how to safely use it. If you spray it into the wind, it could easily come back and blind you and not the bear. Bear spray is good for more than just bears. Other large mammals will be deterred by it as well.
In summary, we all love to see nature's wonderful critters, both large and small. Let's ensure that we keep both them and ourselves as safe as possible when doing so. Looking forward to seeing you on the road.
Check out some of our other videos and subscribe to our channel.
New content will be posted weekly.